Greetings, my wonderful people, lovers of freedom worldwide, and my fellow Biafrans. I welcome you guys back again to another wonderful update too. So, my people, inside this video, seeing this update from our Papa, Dr. David Masanga. Yes, so an important update from his desk. After reading out this write-up wey he don write, seeing the update inside the write-up, I'm going to be playing an interview wey he grant, which involve Biafrans. It's a very important interview and a very sensitive one for that matter. Please make sure that you have enough data. Pay attention to this video because a lot of important details was shared inside this video that you're about to watch right now. May we read the updates. After reading out the write-up for you, then we go play the video. The update says, public letter to Right Honorable Priti Patel, MP Shadow, Foreign Secretary of UK Parliament. He wrote letter to the woman. She is a lady. Let's see what today inside the letter. Subject, that is the letterhead. Why are you silent on the illegal detention of British citizen Nnamdi Kanu? Now here we ask them, why are they being silent on the illegal detention of MAAZI Nnamdi Kanu? Date 30th of July 2025. That was when this letter was wrote. From Pan Africa Forum Limited and Associate to Right Honorable Priti Patel, MP Shadow, Foreign Secretary, Member of Parliament for Widam, former Secretary of State for Home Department. Dear Madam Priti Patel, we write this public letter to raise a matter of grave concern, one that touched not only on the fate of a British citizen, but also on the credibility of the UK Shadow Cabinet commitment to human rights, rule of law, and the protection of its national abroad. As a shadow foreign secretary and a former home secretary, a post you held office at a time when Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, you are well of a British citizen and leader of the indigenous people of Biafra ipob, who was illegally abducted and extraordinary redemption to Nigeria in June 2021. As a lawyer by profession, you know his transfer was a blatant violation of international law, conducted without due process and in breach of Article 3 of the UN Convention Against Torture, as well as African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Since the illegal operation, Mr. Kanu has been detained unlawfully in the DSS facility in Abuja for over 4 years. Won multiple court rulings in Nigeria, including the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court, affirming his abduction was unlawful and ordering his release, but he has been subjected to inhuman condition, denied medical access, and denied consular protection from his own country, the United Kingdom. And yet you said nothing. Is this how Britain treats its own citizens? Your Tory government moved swiftly in other international human rights cases from Hong Kong to Belarus. But in this instance, a British citizen was abducted, tortured, and held in defiance of court order, and no official protest or statement was made under your leadership at the Home Office. The British people deserve to know. 1. Was the UK informed or complicit? Was the UK informed or complicit in the redemption of MAAZI or Mr. Kanu to Nigeria? 2. Why did the Home Office under your leadership fail to invoke the protection available to British citizens under international law? Now question 3. Will you now, in your capacity as an MP, a shadow foreign secretary, and a former home secretary, demand Mr. Kanu immediate release and repatriation? Silence in the face of injustice is complicity. Madam Patel, your silence and that of the shadow British government headed by Kemi Badenoch, na Nigerian na she be o, and these days she came out and was saying evil things that Nigeria did to her. and she never for once speak in the favor of MAAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Let's continue. I just want to give una backstory of this Kemi Bednock. Let's continue. Nigeria by origin sent a dangerous message that some British citizens are less worthy of protection than others. That is what they are making everything looks like right now. That citizenship can be ignored for political expediency. That rule of law only matters when it is convenient. This is unacceptable. We call on you to issue a formal public statement on Mr. Kanu detention. We demand the Nigerian government comply with its court rulings and release him. We request you to use your voice in Parliament as a shadow foreign secretary to uphold dignity and rights of all British citizens regardless of the race, religion, or political belief. History will judge those who stood for justice and those who turned away in silence. Sincerely, Pan-African Forum Limited and Associates, Mr. David Masanga. So my people, I don't hear wetin he tell the woman. One thing I love about this our papa na his boldness. He no dey look Uche face. Anytime wey he wan talk, he go straight. He talk to you no matter your position or whatever you think you are, or whoever you think you are. And warning message. Come give and say, if everything that he pointed out right now inside this update we are false, right now, this is the time for them to rise up to speak for their citizen. So that you know that British citizen, they know they select. They don't select religion, they don't select races, they don't select colors. That once you are a citizen, every right that every other citizen enjoy, you should be able to enjoy that same right. So my people, let's listen to this interview that was done in favor of MAAZI Nnamdi Kanu and other things related to this issue. It's a very important one for all Biafrans. Please, if you don't have enough data, get one right now. Watch this interview from beginning to end, and as you dey watch, make sure say you dey like am, dey share am, let other people know that e don finally set and e don red. Let's watch the interview.
West Africa has seen a mix of troubling developments and symbolic milestones this week, from deadly kidnappings in Nigeria, fresh protests in Togo, to Senegal's probe into political violence. And meanwhile, Ghana is expanding its global ties. Liberia marked 178 years of independence, and US singer Ciara received Benin citizenship. Well, to help us unpack these stories, we're now joined by political analyst and conflict resolution expert, Dr. David Matsanga. Always good to talk to you. Very good morning to you, Dr. Matsanga.
Good morning, Peter Ndoro. Good morning, the rest of Africa. The lines today have not been very good, but we shall try.
Amen. Let's start in Nigeria now. Nigeria continues to grapple with rampant kidnappings and the killing of 35 hostages, even after ransom was paid, suggests a really worrying shift. What does this say about the state's ability to provide security and also the behavior of those that are doing the kidnapping, killing people even after ransoms paid?
Peter Ndolo, earlier on in your programs, I told you there is no state called Nigeria, or I told one of your presenters around there that there was no state called Nigeria. Nigeria is a country without a country, a state without a state. In political science, anybody who has studied that subject will tell you what that means. It means the rule of law has collapsed, governance is not there, it is a state governed by terrorism, banditry, hostage-taking, kidnap, money laundering, and many other activities. Boko Haram are there eating people, taking people, kidnapping the girls, taking them at will. The Nigerian army itself has turned on its own civilians. in the southeast. Instead of going to protect and fight Boko Haram, they fight the people in the southeast, the Biafrans, and the southeast, south. Now, Nigeria is not a state. Nigeria needs to seek for help. But unfortunately, the leadership there, they don't want help. They don't want external forces to help them. Boko Haram has grown all the way in the north of Nigeria, Maiduguri, kidnap. Even when you pay money, they kill you after you have paid the money. So what type of country is this with a population of 250 million people? The leadership has failed the people of Nigeria. And I think the best way that I have said always in Africa, the best way is rearrange Nigeria, like Congo. And I've told you, Congo will never be peaceful. Nigeria will never be peaceful. Yugoslavia is beautiful. It's now peaceful because it was rearranged. Thank you.
Okay, what about Togo, not too far away? We've seen renewed protests there targeting President Faure Gnassingbé's extended rule, and many seeing this as a dynasty, the power group following his taking over from his father, of course. What do you think is fueling the youth-led unrest, and how significant is this moment?
The people in Togo see what is happening in Niamey, in Niger, and what is happening in Mali, North, what is happening in Burkina Faso. The younger generation there, the officers, they are watching. It won't take long. And Peter, we shall come back here, and I'll tell you, I told you, it won't take long. The gentleman there is doing things, changing the constitution. I don't know where these people in Africa got this appetite of changing the constitution. Like, look at Ouattara. Ouattara even eliminates all his friends, and he remains alone. Yet he is also not from Ivory Coast. He's from Burkina Faso. And Mbeki. Mbeki is there. We know Mbeki, Kisano, Matsanga. We know where Mr. Ouattara comes from. But he has eliminated others on saying they belong to dual nationality. But let's come to this Togo. Togo man changes the constitution. Peter takes over, and then he said the constitution starts now, and he's in for 7 years. Now look, what type of life is this? That one is an accident in waiting, and I don't want to predict what I want to say here. People might think I'm encouraging some other men to come on and take power, but I think Togo is a candidate for a military coup.
Wow. Okay, we'll be certainly watching that space quite closely. Senegal has opened an official investigation into the political violence seen between 2021 and 2024. How important is this for national healing, and does it restore confidence in Senegal's democratic institution?
First of all, Faye and Sonko, and let them hear me. I told them. And I've told them, there are two things that you need to do. Stabilize the population, seek reconciliation. I don't know why they took long to seek healing process. You know, after the arrests and the detentions and the removal of people from voting registers, beating people, shooting people, you needed what we call a redemption strategy. I told Faye and Sonko the first month, I said, please, if you want to do it early. After you take government, do a reconciliation, reconcile with people, and allow a commission, amnesty commission, like what you did in South Africa. South Africa is stable up to now because of what Mandela did. What you did in South Africa. South Africa is stable up to now because of what Mandela did. Truth and Justice Commission, where people come up to say, I'm sorry. Rwanda is stable. Gachacha courts. Uganda is stable. Konyi, you remember? We came back, people came back and said, sorry. We did this, we did that, we have forgiven you, we want one country. If you don't do that in Africa, time is running out for us. So if Sonko is establishing that with Faye, that is good in Senegal. But it has come at a wrong time when the two men don't see eye to eye. As I promised you, your presenter, the other one last week, I will be flying there next week to make sure that I put them together and they sit down so that they don't quarrel anymore. Thank you.
Ghana's move to extend visa-free access to two non-African countries is being framed as part of a global diplomatic strategy. What's your take on the motivation behind this move?
I think it's to attract investment. That's okay. That Ghana already, if it does a plus, that is very good, my brother. A plus. Because in Ghana, once you are an African, you enter and you are not a criminal. You don't have drugs. You don't have any illicit trading that you are going to do. You have a man of good conduct. In Accra Airport, you enjoy what Africa wants, what Nkrumah wanted, what Sekuture, Amina Kaburo, Emperor Haile Selassie, Jomo Kenyatta, Nyerere wanted. If an Africa integrated, you enter Ghana like you are going to some place to relax you with your sunshine. So that is a good plus for Ghana. And I thank President Mahama, my friend. Keep it up, President Mahama. And allow the world, let the world see that Africa doesn't have restrictions. And they are very strict. Ghanaian immigration, customs, the narcotics, they are there. They are working. Institutions in Ghana work. And that nobody said that if you allow people in one country, they will come with bad manners. Institutions in Ghana works. If you enter, customs will check you. Narcotics will check you. Immigration will check you. The institutions there work. Yeah. There's no corruption anymore. So that is very good step forward to allow other members to come to see how hospitable we are in Africa than this thing of Trump chasing people and scared, telling them, even chaining children to get out of America. Soon it will be the heaven of Africa.
Dr. Matsanga, great talking to you. Thank you so much indeed.
So my people, I believe soon and I see all the updates. Where they inside this video, wait to be your own opinion. Drop them for comment section. Don't forget to like and share this video so that fellow Biafrans will see this, watch this, and equally share whatever they feel about it.